Before we start part 8 of the AZ-900 practice test, let me tell you something. Yesterday, Francisco commented, he passed AZ-900 using these videos as his main study material. He said the real exam questions felt familiar. That's exactly why this mock test matters. Let's jump into 5 real-style 2026 exam questions. Pause, answer, then I'll break it down with a simple memory trick. Question 36. What tool or service allows the download of published audit reports, and how Microsoft builds and operates its cloud services? Select the correct option. A. Microsoft Privacy Statement. B. Service Trust Portal. C. Azure Policy. D. Azure Service Health. This question asks you to identify the specific Microsoft tool that gives you access to published audit reports and explains how Microsoft builds and operates its cloud services. The key phrase is audit reports and how Microsoft operates. Think of which portal is built specifically for trust, compliance, and transparency. The correct answer is B, Service Trust Portal. The Service Trust Portal at servicetrust.microsoft.com lets users download independent audit reports, SOC, ISO, FedRAMP, PCI DSS, and Microsoft white papers explaining how its cloud is built and operated. Why are the other options wrong? A is wrong. Privacy Statement covers data collection policies, not audit reports. C is wrong. Azure Policy enforces governance rules on resources, not a compliance document portal. D is wrong. Azure Service Health tracks live service outages, not compliance or audit content. Quick memory tip, STP equals security trust proof. Need audit proof? Service Trust Portal always. Question 37. Can calculate cost savings due to reduced electricity consumption as a result of migrating on-premises Microsoft SQL servers to Azure. Select the correct option to fill the blank. A. The Azure Migrate Server Assessment Tool. B. The Database Migration Assistant. C. The Azure Total Cost of Ownership TCO Calculator. D. The Pricing Calculator in Azure. This question asks which tool specifically calculates cost savings, including hidden costs like electricity, when migrating from on-premises to Azure. The key phrase is reduced electricity consumption. That's a hidden infrastructure cost, and only one tool digs that deep. The correct answer is C, the Azure Total Cost of Ownership TCO Calculator. The Azure TCO Calculator is specifically designed to estimate savings from migrating on-premises workloads to Azure, including hidden costs like electricity, cooling, and hardware maintenance that the pricing calculator ignores. Why are the other options wrong? A is wrong. Azure Migrate Server Assessment evaluates readiness and sizing for migration, not electricity or cost savings calculations. B is wrong. Database Migration Assistant helps with SQL Server compatibility and migration planning, not financial cost analysis. D is wrong. The pricing calculator estimates future Azure service costs only. It does not compare on-premises expenses like electricity. Quick memory tip, TCO equals total cost is hidden costs included. Electricity, cooling, labor, TCO calculator. Azure service pricing only, pricing calculator. Know the difference. Question 38 exam notes. Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Each correct selection is worth 1 point. You have an Azure web app. You need to manage the settings of the web app from an iPhone. What are the 3 Azure management tools that you can use? A. Windows PowerShell. B. Azure Cloud Shell. C. Azure Mobile App. D. Azure Portal. E. Azure CLI. This question tests which Azure tools are iPhone compatible, meaning accessible via a browser or native mobile app on iOS. The key constraint is from an iPhone. Eliminate anything that requires a desktop OS installation. The correct answer is B, Azure Cloud Shell. C, Azure Mobile App. D, Azure Portal. Azure Portal is web-based and works in any iPhone browser. Azure Cloud Shell is browser accessible directly within the portal or mobile app. Azure Mobile App is a native iOS app that manages resources and even embeds Cloud Shell. All 3 require 0 local installation, making them perfect for iPhone use on the go. Why are the other options wrong? A is wrong. Windows PowerShell requires a Windows OS installation. It cannot run natively on an iPhone. E is wrong. Azure CLI requires local installation on a device. It is not natively accessible from an iPhone browser without Cloud Shell as a workaround. Quick memory tip, iPhone equals browser app only. Portal Cloud Shell mobile app. If it needs installation on Windows, not for iPhone. Question 39. Exam notes. Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Each correct selection is worth 1 point. Your company plans to migrate all its data and resources to Azure. The company's migration plan states that only platform as a service, PaaS solutions must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that supports the planned migration. Which two deployment solutions you will use? A. You create an Azure App Service and Azure virtual machines that have Microsoft SQL Server installed. B. You create an Azure App Service and Azure storage accounts. C. You create an Azure App Service and Azure SQL databases. D. You create virtual machines to host application and Azure SQL databases. This question tests whether you can identify pure PaaS solutions in Azure. No IS, virtual machines allowed. The key constraint is only PaaS. Any option that includes a virtual machine is automatically disqualified. The correct answer is B. You create an Azure App Service and Azure storage accounts. C. You create an Azure App Service and Azure SQL databases. Azure App Service, web hosting, Azure storage accounts, managed storage, and Azure SQL databases, managed database engine, are all PaaS. No OS management, no patching, no VM provisioning needed. Both B and C are valid complete solutions because each pairs a PaaS compute service with a PaaS data service. Why are the other options wrong? A is wrong. Azure Virtual Machines with SQL Server installed is IaaS, not PaaS. You manage the OS and SQL Server yourself. D is wrong. Virtual machines to host applications is IaaS. Even paired with Azure SQL databases, the VM component disqualifies it as a pure PaaS solution. Quick memory tip. PaaS equals no VM, no worry. App Service Azure SQL Storage. Spot a VM anywhere. That's IaaS, not PaaS. To get free PDF and mock test, just complete the course and share the earned badge or course completion screenshot with us on contact us at techcloudsolution.in, and we will send you the free PDF and mock test access. Course link is in the pin comment. Question 40. Which Azure resource can be configured to use Apache Hadoop? Select the correct option. A. HDInsight. B. Azure SQL Database. C. VNet. D. Azure SQL Data Warehouse. This question asks which Azure service is built to support Apache Hadoop as a big data processing framework. The keyword is Apache Hadoop. Only one Azure service is purpose-built for open-source big data tools like Hadoop. The correct answer is A. HDInsight. Azure HDInsight is Microsoft's fully managed cloud service for open-source big data frameworks. It natively supports Apache Hadoop, Spark, Kafka, HBase, and Hive with zero manual cluster setup. Why are the other options wrong? B is wrong. Azure SQL Database is a relational PaaS database. It has no support for Hadoop or distributed big data processing. C is wrong. VNet is a networking service for connecting Azure resources, completely unrelated to data analytics or Hadoop. D is wrong. Azure SQL Data Warehouse, now Azure Synapse Analytics, handles structured data warehousing with SQL, not Hadoop-based distributed processing. Quick memory tip. H for Hadoop equals H for HDInsight. Big data plus open source plus Azure, it's HDInsight, always.